I'm talking about your definitions, and when you're talking about this is a fetus and this
fetus
is a baby.
means small child.
Yeah, and you keep saying that, and
That's just a fact.
It's not a fact.
Research the etymology of the word.
It's not a scientific, nor is it a medical fact.
No,
it is your opinion.
We're talking about words.
Opinion.
Words would be the word itself.
See, you're so frustrating to talk to because you're insisting on these words and these definitions. It's not true. It's your truth.
This is why abortion is still legal. Christians have failed to change the conversation surrounding it. For decades, abortion advocates have been successful in changing the language surrounding the murder of unborn children. So much so that now we see this redefinition in the pro-life community and even inside the church. Why is this happening though? Why are pro-lifers refusing to talk about abortion the way that God does? Well, there's three very clear and discernible reasons. Number one, because they think it gives them a respectable hearing on this topic in the public square if they don't use such exclusive, sharp, cutting biblical language. The problem with this is pro-choicers aren't buying the bait and switch. They see right through this tactic and would respect pro-lifers more if we just told the truth about our intentions to end abortion and use language that was consistent to that. Number two, they don't want to make what they call abortion-vulnerable women feel condemned. But all of us stand condemned before God outside of Jesus Christ. Treasuring the iniquity of killing your unborn child is indicative of a woman's true relationship to God. And it would be hatred for the woman to lie to her by not telling her the truth about that, so she doesn't trample God's grace just thinking that He'll forgive her anyway. Number three is really for a pragmatic reason, to employ phrases through media that are identical to that of abortion providers in order to redirect women considering abortion. But once you pull women in, what's the content of your message to them? And what could you possibly have to offer if you don't tell them about their sin and present them with the gospel? Something most pro-life counseling does not do. And as a matter of fact, a lot of pro-life counselors are ordered not to do, or to do it later on down the road when some type of rapport or relationship is established over a very long period of time. The framing of abortion in humanitarian terms, like it's merciful to kill your child for the sake of the greater good of society, or like it's something that preserves Mother Nature because the world's overpopulated and there's not enough resources to sustain this many people, is crazy enough. That talk is crazy. But pro-lifers have allowed abortion advocates to control the national discussion about abortion because we refuse to use the right language. And meanwhile, they're using myths, emotional tactics like that to get their point across on a national scale. The other side has used their language for years. Is it true? No, but it has been effective. Think about it. It's not subversion of the family, it's gay marriage. It's not genital mutilation, it's gender reassignment. It's not entitlement, it's the demand for equality, right? You've heard these, so how about this one? It's not killing a baby. It's reproductive freedom. These are just a few examples of how the culture uses words to soften and lessen the impact of the truth. And what has the church done but sit idly by and allow the use of our words to be stolen and reforged by those who don't want God's definition of reality, they want their own. Their view of the world isn't about discovering a meaning that already exists. That's the Christian worldview. They have a desire to create a new meaning and a new reality that sees them as their own gods, the sovereigns, deciding their own destinies, deciding who lives and who dies. Language to them is just something that they can bend to their will to get what they want. As we see all around us today, language can be used in a way that defies God in an attempt to take Him off His throne. This happens when words are not used objectively and truthfully, but in a utilitarian way. The redefinition of words is to blame for much of the demise of Western society today. Words are prostituted out and their true meanings are changed in order to accomplish the ideological ends of a zealous minority. And these are the ones that are driving the fight. These people want to live outside God's reality and purpose, so Christians have to take back the true use of words if we ever hope to end abortion. It's not reproductive rights or freedom. It's not healthcare. It's not terminating a pregnancy. Abortion is the murder of unborn children in the womb. It's not a medical procedure. It's the dismemberment of little boys and girls. This is how we need to talk, because when we tell the truth, things change. We force this into the public eye out from the shadows and cover of language that throws a curtain over what abortion really is. It's critical that we tell the truth. So let's honor God with our words and use them rightly. Let's take back control of this conversation, and let's change everything.